ball on the floor. He can do turnarounds. He has one of the best footworks inside.
You have no idea how good Tim Duncan was. Oh my God!
Everything.
Olajuwon would look like today in today's game if he was covered as much as he was covered back then. I'm trying to imagine if Kevin Johnson, who's a 4-time All-League performer, Mark Price, what he would look like in today's game, or Penny Hardaway, how we would be covering those, how would we be talking about these guys today. I don't think that the game is overrated. I think that the game is actually underrated, because if you think about Anthony Edwards, who do we compare him to? Right? If you think about Steph Curry, who do we compare him to? Magic. So it is a little bit overboard, because you say stuff like the athlete is better today than it was in the 90s. I mean, I was watching Kenny Smith in 1990 throw the ball between his legs and dunk the ball off the backboard backwards at 6'3" in 1990. That was going on, right?
We done with the 90s. You see, that trend took over 2024, calling out 90s basketball, and rightly so. But I always wondered why that same trend never hit football. Nobody out here is claiming that the NFL in the 90s was better than the NFL today. Why aren't old heads talking about how Andre Reed would fry Pat Surtain, or crazy takes like that? Well, you see, it's pretty simple. Football fans have actually embraced how the game's evolved. Unlike NBA fans, we haven't clung to the past, we've adapted to the new changes. And today's NFL looks nothing like the NFL of the 90s, and we've accepted that that's a good thing. The numbers prove it, the film proves it, and the MVPs, their skill sets, they prove it as well. Diving into the stats, if we take a look at the average MVP season from the 90s and compare it to the last 10 MVP seasons, we can see how much the game has changed. Passing yards per season is up by 335 yards, completion percentage is up by 3%, touchdowns per season is up by 5 scores, and turnovers have gone down by 3. Looking at these numbers objectively and saying that the game has developed is not disrespect to the 90s, it's pointing towards progress. You see, quarterbacks today on average are way better than the quarterbacks of the 90s, with precision, spacing, and better decision making. Play callers of today and playmakers of today have allowed the playbook to explode way more compared to the 90s. As time has progressed, play callers have become more innovative with their schemes, which can lead to more plays being created, more motions, more disguises, and way bigger playbook than the ones of the past. You see, evolution of football was not accidental, it was all systemic, with coaches like Mike Leach, Andy Reid, and Sean McVay bringing creativity to the game. The league said, we'll adapt to what's working, and it's been successful so far. Along with the 7v7 culture that is shaping this new generation, the days of a 3-yard in a cloud of dust are long gone. Most quarterbacks now have way more experience throwing before they hit university than ever before, and that's why head coaches, OCs, and quarterbacks today see the field like chess players, setting up players with moves and tactics, not like gladiators the way they used to see the game back in the day. The game has got smarter, faster, and more efficient, and football fans and football media has accepted this change and fed off of it, unlike other sports. But one thing that did change big time was the value of the running game, because back in the 90s, 4 out of the 10 MVPs of that decade were running backs. You see, guys like Thurman Thomas, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, and Terrell Davis were killing the game. While in today's NFL, it's been 13 years since an MVP went to a running back, and that was Adrian Peterson back in the year of 2012. This begs the question of what happened and why has the run game lost value. Instead of ground and pound, it became all about space and speed. But the running backs did not fall off. It just shows that their role has evolved. You see, most offenses now have the motto of getting their athletes in space, and the best way to do this is with screens, heavy play action, and with getting the running back involved in the passing game. With guys like Gibbs, Bijan, Derrick Henry, CMC, and Saquon, they're still showing everybody you can win games by running through people or jumping over them. Well, going back to my main point of this whole video, basketball fans have been fighting their own civil war. You got one side screaming that the 90s were tougher, and another side saying that modern players are way better athletes and far more skilled. Meanwhile, football fans never needed to pick a side. We understood that change is a part of the game, as we went from fullbacks and I formation to empty sets and no huddle. And for the most part, nobody complained. Because in football, along with every other sport, the scoreboard does not care about nostalgia. It's either you adapt or you lose. That's simple. And that's why you'll never hear a football fan say, oh, back in my day, Troy Aikman would have carved up these defenses. We all know better. So what's next for the game? It's clear to see that we're heading into an analytics-driven era of sports with tracking chips, even AI scouting maybe, and play calling that's powered by data. But let's not make this video all about offense. Defenses are adapting too, with the hybrid safety role having all the motion right now in the NFL, with guys like Brian Branch and Kyle Hamilton and Caleb Downs coming into the league next year. Outside of having an elite edge rusher or a shutdown corner, that star slot corner role might be the most prized possession on defense. Football will keep reinventing itself with new improvements to the game, and fans will continue to ride this wave because that's what football culture does best. So the game has changed and is going to keep on changing. But unlike other sports fans, the NFL fans support this change and we celebrate it. And speaking as a kid born in 2006, I can say that I appreciate the 90s and what it's done for the 21st century of football. But the future's faster, smarter, and way more exciting. Because in football, evolution isn't a debate, it's the whole point of the game. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like and a comment down below. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram at JSA, where economics meets sports and storytelling.